Hello everybody, welcome to my new live stream where we're creating an entire game in C from scratch. Well, our game is coming along pretty nicely ever since from the first day. We just started with no libraries, nothing, just a blank file, and we typed every single line of code on stream. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube, which is youtube.com/daresay. You can watch all those episodes. Have been 13 episodes so far. Let me see if I updated the, yes I have, the playlist. 13 episodes, and the game has come along pretty nicely. If you remember from last episode, we started adding sound effects, we made a main menu for the game, we implemented music, and now it's starting to look a little bit more complete. And so the mission for today is just to make the game a lot better. And we're going to do that by adding the sound effects that we didn't do last time, which you can see here in the data folder. There's a lot of sound effects that I picked up. We had like the bricks and the hits and the force field. There's still a lot of sound effects to add, and also a few things to improve. I did play the game a lot when I was off stream, and I made a few notes of things that we may want to do quickly. Some are bugs, some are improvements overall. But because if you guys remember, there was one known bug, which is a little artifact on the noise that we added on our guy. Okay, and we're going to fix that today as well, and then implement all the other sound effects. So the first bug is that even though we are not like hovering over the, let's say, third level, if I press the button, it goes to the third level. That's a pretty bad bug, right? But should be easy to fix. Let me load the project. Let's go to menu. See if it's not locked. Yeah, the hot level is this. When I press the left mouse button, I should really check if the level is locked or not. So if it's not locked, I'll do this. Current level. Let's do hot level. Yeah. In fact, let me just get the compilation thing on the other side, just so it's easier to see. Yeah, so now you can't go to 2, can't go to 3, but you can go to 1. Okay, so that was a small bug. And another thing that I want to test, we're going to add to our audio system. Let's go to audio. We just right here, we clamped the audio, which was a very nice addition to make sure that it's not like too bad. But I'm also going to add a like visual indicator if we are clamping the audio, just to make it a little bit easier to debug things like that, because we're going to improve the level now. So if the min is less than, well, if the let's say if the left sample times 0.5 is less than the min, or it's greater than the max, or same thing for the right sample, let's print 0. Yeah, see? I think you could hear it as well, right? Yeah. So I have to improve the sound in that case. The first thing I did to improve the sound, go to the game sign. I created another sine wave, because the thing is, well, if I go to like the game down here, let's see. Let's see. Here, we are going all the way to 8 times the speed of the sound. And that's really problematic, because at 8 times the speed, well, let's say the samples are like this. Well, this is like the waveform, and these are the samples. I mean, we have a lot more samples, so let me draw like this. So at 8 times the speed, we are ignoring like every, well, 7 in every 8 guys. So we're going to do like this guy, then we do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we do this guy again. So if this were the case, this whole wave pretty much just got clipped off our new, let's say, our new wave form. And that's not what we want. So one of the ways to quickly do that, oh, just another disclaimer. we could add a sine wave in the program. We could like program a sine wave. That way we could have like a more precise one, even at a higher and lower pitches. But I don't think that'll be necessary. So I'm just not going to do that. But we could. That wouldn't be too complicated, I think. So I have made a sine 3, which is like a lot deeper. Let me just remove this guy for the sound, for the sine, so we can hear. Like, I'm also going to add a constant volume, like 1. Let's hear what it sounds like, this sine wave. So it's a little better. So we're going to play around with that. Okay, but before we actually do that, let's just improve this guy overall, because there are a few problems, because we wrote that pretty quickly. Okay, one of the problems is this guy, the volume. We update the volume just once per audio update. This is like 1/6 of a second. But our fading speed, well, that should be really changed per sample. So if we are supposed to like make this audio more intense, let's say, this guy should be like this, and the next guy, even though it was already on the same tick, we should really make that more intense, and this guy more intense as well. So pretty easy. I'm going to take this sound off here, and I'm going to place it right here in the beginning. Well, maybe like this. But instead of doing like the DT, I'm going to have to multiply by the samples per second. Okay. Samples per samples per second. Samples per second on the number of loaded sound. No, we have to get that from the sound buffer. Okay. Now. Is that correct? No, it should be divided by samples per second. Let's see. That's way better. Here, let us take out the music. Like, and pay attention to the fade in of the sound. That was pretty cool, right? Greetings, wildlife. How are you doing? Let us go to the old system. And we're gonna hear some artifacts. See? Perfect. So that was a nice improvement of the sound system. Another one that we should fix is this guy, because we are also updating this guy once per tick, which is the position. But we should also change the speed multiplier, because in case of like synced sounds that are pitch shifted, we should change not only the position but also the speed multiplier. So that was a small mistake of our part. Let's see. Yeah, and the volume thing. So these are my notes. A couple of other things. Since we added a lot of stuff in the sound, it may be like a good idea to set the sound to like 0. What's up, Tim? Hello there. Oh, I've been rated by a party of 17? What? Thanks, Tim. Thanks a lot. How are you guys doing? Oh, so many new people around. That's awesome. Thanks for that. So I'm going to explain to you guys what we're doing, and maybe let me just put the music back on, because we took that out. Just so we could fix a little bit of the audio. So, welcome clones here already. Welcome everyone to the live stream. We are creating a game in C from scratch. So, well, let me also take out that this sound that we are adding, the sine wave. So, we have a breakout kind of game, and we start out pretty similar to the breakout. And we're implementing the sound effects now. Because for the past couple of streams, we did the audio mixer from scratch. And now we're at a good point to start making it more interesting. So we added music last time. And now we're adding sound effects, and we're fixing a couple of mixer bugs. I love the hidden widener effect. Yeah! And there are a couple of cool effects. It's not only widening, but it also has a spring effect. See? And that's pretty cool. Because it's a mouse movement, so I didn't want to change the acceleration of the mouse. But I did want to have some kind of a visual effect for the acceleration and the deceleration. And the way it really feels like squashing and stretching for this guy. And the follow through when you stop. Yeah, the animation is awesome. Thanks. What I was adding that I'm not 100% done yet is when you try to squish yourself against the wall. So let me go here. There's a wall here. I have to change the position. But it's already, I don't know, moving like that. So this is gonna be cool as well. But we didn't stop there. So after we did the breakout clone, we started adding a couple more cool features like this game mode has power-ups and power-downs. So let's see if we can get yeah. So this is like a force field. So you don't have to hit the ball for that. And there are also sorts of power-ups. Yeah, this one's the triple shot. And this one is the comment. Yeah. And these guys I should really avoid. Those are the power down. So I got the power down for strong blocks. So yeah, now I can destroy it. And now it's strong. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see. Pretty cool, right? But the idea of the game is actually, what if all arcade games were like Breakout? So we implemented Breakout Palm. And yeah, well, I have to be careful not to hit all those power downs. And we still have to do a lot of stuff here, but that's just kind of the basic idea. And Breakout Space Invaders. This one's really crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And the idea is to add, I don't know, something like 10 arcade games. Last stream, we kind of discussed a lot of cool ideas. Maybe you guys can have cool ideas too. To see what kind of arcade games would be fun as Breakout clones, so to speak, right? Breakout inspired games. So yeah, that's the point where we are now in terms of what we did. And this game has been created entirely on a live stream. So if you go to the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/daresay, you can watch from the very first episode that we started with a blank file all the way to where we are now. And it's been a long way, but it's been like 30 hours of programming, I think, by adding all the hours together. 30 hours we got from nothing to where we are now. And we want to go beyond. We want to make it a really cool game and ship it, maybe on itch.io, maybe Steam later on, not sure. And the game's already here on itch.io if you want to download the game and the source code. The source code is all for free. You can download the executable and source code for each day. So you can follow along and maybe add to the game and program your own things and learn a lot too. Snake, touch the small apple and make the ball a bit smaller every time. Snake's pretty cool. I had the idea for a centipede. Right, centipede, yeah. Let's add snakes in that as well. That's gonna be cool. Looks like you use Visual Studio Vim to use any sorts of libraries to help you create the games. This is really cool and informative. Thanks for sharing. No problem, man. It's my pleasure. This is actually for Coder, which is a text editor. It's pretty much like Vim or like Emacs, but a very new kind of a thing. And you can go to for Coder itch.io, and you can download it for free. There's a free version, and there's also the customizable version, which is like $12. But this one's the free version, and but it's pretty cool. So I use this for code editing, and the Visual Studio I use it for just debugging and running the game. But I like it for Coder a lot. It has a lot of cool features, like something he calls like ghost indentation. Like, so if I keep adding like indentations here, it updates automatically and it runs great. Yeah. And if I do like an if this guy gets indented, or if I do something like this, it prevents the indentation. Break for 2, who has the most score wins. Both you guys. Bricks who breaks them all, the first wins. I'm not sure I got what you mean. But in terms of tools and libraries, all we're using now is STB image to read the PNG. We are probably going to use STB Vorbis to read OGGs, but yeah, that's only it. I mean, just that and the Windows stuff. We're using the render. We did the render ourselves, and it's a software render, and it supports like transparency and rotated rectangles for the particles, and transparent rotated rectangles. We do like matrix stuff here. We also do like draw bitmaps, and we do like texture sampling, things like that. And that was all written by hand. We also added subpixel accuracy. Oh, so he's vested 2-player mode for breakout competitive. So who has the most score wins? Both have to. Okay, so I suppose the players are like side by side. That could be pretty cool, right? I mean, both of them down here. But since we are using the mouse, one of them would have to be a keyboard player. A keyboard player. And like a guitar player. Like playing with the keyboard. And or maybe we add joystick support. I wonder though if you use any kind of libraries for managing Windows or something like that. No, we're not using our Windows stuff is just like by hand. So let's go to like win main. We start out, this is our main, and we create a class and a window. This is our create window, right? This is like the Windows call. And we do some audio stuff. We use like direct sound for the audio. And yeah, we just get the window stuff for input. This speak messages Windows. And then yeah, and then the drawing is also Windows stretch DI bits. That's the GDI call for the Windows software render. So yeah, it was really supposed to be a challenging and educational stream just for fun. And because it's a small enough game, we can pretty much do everything ourselves. I mean, if we really didn't want to use any libraries, we would probably like read BMPs, bitmaps with a BMP format and not use STB image. But I don't know. I don't want to be that rigorous. But things like window and stuff, I like interfacing with Windows directly because it's really important. And when we get to write more platform layers, we'll have a thorough understanding of what it actually takes to get it working. But SDL is a very valid choice for especially a little bit larger games like this one if you want to do like something more robust. But since this is a very small kind of a fun kind of project, I didn't think it was really necessary. And yeah, and we also did some cool stuff. We did like threading. So our audio runs asynchronously. That's a hard thing to say. It runs in parallel, right? We added multi-threading support, and the audio is running. So if we're like, if I stop the game, let's just, if I stop the game, I can like change the size of the window, things like that. Wow. What happened to the window? Okay, so that was weird. Let's try it. Change the size. Yeah, apparently I can't change this side. This size, yeah. Well. But if I like move the window like this, or like make it full screen and all that stuff, and I go back to the audio keeps playing. Okay, that was a long-winded explanation for that. Oh, that's amazing. Never went slower than SDL and Glue or C, since I really prefer C++. Yeah, this project, I did that on C just because it's supposed to be really simple in terms of like both the source code and our experience. So you're really supposed to, take a look at the game and kind of know exactly what it's doing, like step by step. But next games, when we get a little bit more complex than this, are probably going to use C++, definitely, yeah. Also because that's what the industry uses, right? So you want to really learn that if you are to work on bigger games in other people's source code. But this is just for fun, just for a hobby. So I see because I think it's cleaner and it's also compiled really fast. I mean, yeah, pretty fast. Awesome. Okay, so let's go back to fixing the audio. So we did a lot of improvements already in terms of the volume problem we had. Like we moved the volume to here. Okay. Now we still have a couple problems, and this one's a pretty simple problem. If we overflow and we're supposed to loop, instead of just setting that to 0, I'm going to subtract this guy to this guy. That's like a classical thing that we got wrong the first time when we are wrapping. I see. I see. Yeah, see, that's awesome. Okay. So we fixed that, and this guy is also problematic. Let me see, this guy, because that's the basic idea we have. We have a sound position, which is where in the sample count we are, okay? And we increment that by our speed multiplier. The default is 1, so we go like 1 sample at a time. But if you want to speed up the sound or make it slower, we can make it like a fraction, okay? And then this is our sampling, where we transform this guy into an integer and then lerp to like the 2 sounds, like this one and the next one. However, there is a problem that we didn't address. I mean, it's this guy. If our next sample is overflowing, just like our position is, we are supposed to, go back to the first sample or do other things. But the problem is, this guy is in sample units, which goes, let's say we have like 1 second of file, so it's 44,000 samples. But if it's 2 channels, so if it has a stereo system, we have like twice as much sample. But the sample count is how many samples there are, not considering the channel count. So when we go fetch the sample here, we multiply that by the number of channels. So far, so good. So this guy should really be the sample count times the channel count. Okay? So that was a small mistake of our part. I didn't consider this. And we should also only do that if the sound's supposed to be looping. Or else, we should really just set this guy to the sample. So we pretty much get the last sample. So that should really fix a lot of stuff. Let's go back to our testing scenario, now that you guys saw the game. Thanks for the raid, that's awesome. A lot of people. I've never had that many people watching on the stream. hope you guys enjoy the game and the process as well. Okay, so yeah, let's remove the sound volume, and then let's add this volume back in, so you can hear our play movement sound. And this movement sound with the animation that you guys liked, this is going to be awesome, because the sound is also going to emphasize the squash and stretch aspect. That's going to be really, really cool. Okay, so yeah, we're back to where we were. If we are supposed to, change the volume based on what we did last time, which was like, pretty much the same thing. Let's see. Okay. This will be cool. Maybe we can tweak the values a little bit, because if I really go crazy, see? Let me turn your guys' volume a little bit down because I don't know if that clipped or not. Yeah, anyway, see that 0? That's the print we added earlier today, which means that we clipped. So we will probably have to clamp this guy, let's say 0 and let's say 2. But also let's make it a clamp path. Let's also make, yeah. Okay, that's better. That's for the sound, which is perfect. However, we also want to change the pitch. And this is going to sound really bad, so I'm going to turn your guys' volume really down because these were the old values. And we have that problem that I mentioned, that since we are going all the way to 8, this will create weird behaviors. So if we go like all the way to 3, and we could also, I don't know, decrease this guy, that would be a bit better. Yeah. Okay. But let's also start with a lower guy like this. Let's see. Okay, that's way better. But let's try adding them both. I think there was still a little artifact there. Yeah. Well, it was kind of late for me. Wanted to go to sleep right after Tim's stream, but he read this stream, so that's how I got here. It was nice to see our project and talk to you. We'll subscribe to our channel. Keep up. Okay, thanks a lot, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed this stream as well. And yeah, it was nice getting to know you, and hopefully we'll be back for hopefully the end of this game, because we are getting there slowly, but we are, well, not that slowly. So thanks for dropping by, man. Have a nice night. Yeah. So this is the kind of effect we want. Let me turn your volume up now so you guys can hear exactly what we want. And that creates like a very natural whoosh, kind of a sound effect, right? And that's really, really awesome to hear. Really, really cool. I think that's about it. Let me just try to understand that small problem that we're having. Let me go back to the 100% volume, just so you know if it's our speed change or not. Maybe we can play around with these settings. Like if we make it slower. Well, still doesn't solve it. Let's go back to the audio just to make sure that just make sure that everything is nice. We fixed a lot of stuff. This guy's perfect, and we added. Go back. And let's restart. Would it be possible to change the compiler to GCC? I'm pretty sure you could compile the game. When you download the source code, you have like this directory here, as well as the data one. Yeah, this directory. And I have this build.bat script here. Well, let me show you here. That invokes like Microsoft's compiler. But you can do pretty much the same thing with GCC, I believe. I'm just compiling this guy. So it's the Unity build, just compile one file, and it includes all others. And then these are the libraries I have to link to. And yeah, I should be able to do. I'm not using any compiler-specific things. I'm just, using Windows normally, right? But in terms of the compiler, we didn't do any compiler intrinsics or things like that. So it should be good to go, I think, if you download on itch.io. Yeah, which is daresay.itch.io. Let me throw that link here for you guys. But yeah, it should be good to go. If there's anything you want me to do with the code to make it more friendly to other compilers, you can just tell me and I'll try to do that as quick as I can. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at the audio again. So if we are synced, we're going to get the speed multiplier and the position from the synced sound. That sounds good. And also, I'm going to put like a speed comment here, like to be more cache friendly, we should iterate over the samples inside each sound. So maybe when we profile, we can optimize that. But should I then use a pthread instead of the Windows ones? Oh, but are you in Linux? Yeah. Oh, okay. If you are in Linux, you do have to change this file entirely. Yeah, didn't get what you mean, what you said there. So this file is all Windows-specific stuff. Like we are all in Windows land here. So you need in the platform common file. You see what you need. You need to create like an OS read entire file. That's what the game uses. OS free file, OS read save file, OS write save file, and also the job system. So you do need to use your thread system. You need like OS add job to queue. Okay, and you see how these functions are implemented here on the Windows side of things. But what the game really wants is just call update game. That's the only thing you need to do. Just call update game, and you pass the input, which is structured, specified here in the platform common, and then you pass like the delta time, and the game may use these calls. MinG does have pthreads port for Windows. Yeah, okay, so if it does have like a nice window port, in this case, let me just open the window. It's kind of hot in here. Okay. If it does have port Windows, then it'll be a lot easier, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I kind of bummed out by the non-perfection of our sound. Yeah, let's just take a look at the volume again. Like the volume. If you're having well, let's go back to the other. The volume is in here, and we're moving like from this guy to the target volume, and we have a fading speed, and we're dividing that by the samples per second. So this fading speed should be in seconds, or yeah, because now it's in samples. Yeah, this is perfect. So if we do have a volume, then we get the sample. This thing we don't need to change that. And then if this, well, we should do like greater or equal then this guy. If you're supposed to loop, we go back by the whole thing. And okay. And if you are not supposed to loop, we just set the sample to repeat. That looks correct. And this thing we didn't change today. And we didn't change that. Yeah, everything looks nice. Thanks again. I followed you, but we'll definitely stop by again to see how it's going and probably check out the videos to learn more. I know nothing about C. Best of luck. Thanks a lot for your kind words, man. Check out the videos. I think you'll like a lot because I go from the very beginning of the platform layer all the way to the crazy stuff like threading and audio async stuff that we're doing. Hopefully you learn about C as well. C is pretty cool. I really like it. So yeah, thanks for dropping by. And thanks for following as well. Okay, that fixes it. Perfect. That's what I needed. So that was a small problem. We were, if we had like, if we were the same, if we reached the end of the channel count, we're still getting the sample, and that was problematic. So this is exactly what we need. Now we can go back and make it a little bit faster again. And probably make the volume also dependent. See, that's the sound we want with the animation. You guys saw the animation at the beginning of the stream. We're like, oh, that's a cool animation. With this sound, it's like a lot better, I think. And now, when we do a play sound, let's also not set the volume to 0. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Awesome. So that's it for things that I wanted to fix or improve for today. So let's just keep adding tons of sounds. So we fixed the noisy glitch. Let's implement all the other sounds. We have a ton of sounds. Let's see. Let's do a fireworks when we hit the ball. So let's do player, ball, collision. Let's do ball, update balls. Player collision with ball. So if we do collide, we'll play sound. We'll do like fireworks sound. Okay, and it's not going to repeat. Now let's add a loaded sound for fireworks. Fireworks. Let's do, yeah. Sounds, and when we load wave, let's do fireworks sound. It's going to be, what is it called? It's called fireworks 1. Well, there's only one. I couldn't find any other ones. Okay, yeah. And then let's pass a pointer to that. Let's see. That's awesome. That's a little bit of variation, just for the fun of it. Let's add this guy like in the end. Let's do like awesome. Explode. It sounded like a cool explosion. It was like a pop. And we'll do like sound volume. Well, let's do like set volume for the sound, and we'll set that to a random. Let's do a random float in range. Let's do from 0.85 to 0.15. Okay, yeah. And then we're also going to do like the sound speed multiplier. This is the like a very fun part of making games. Is just adding one thing at a time to make the game even cooler. So now we're adding this sound effect. Let's see, truncate from double. What? Yeah, let's pass the message float. Adding one sound effect, then we're gonna add a new one. Then we're gonna make it look a little bit better. Things like that. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe I can add even a little bit more variation. Let's add like 0.8 and 0.2. In this guy, let's do 0.75. Well, let's do 0.75, 0.25. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Maybe I can do even a little bit more. Let's try 0.5. Let's go extreme. Extreme variations. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Now let's make whenever we change whenever we hit the wall with a ball. Let's say update ball. Yeah. like this. Let's play sound. Let's play the spring sound, which is a pretty fun sound. Let's actually do a let's do a function out of that. I think we're gonna do like a like do wall, I don't know, effects, wall hit effects. Yeah. Yeah, let's add that to the levels. Okay, and okay, let's do internal void do wall hit effects, and let's take a P, and yeah, this could be the ball desired P. Okay, nice. And now let's start doing like the play sound with the spring. And we should probably make this guy a function like random f32. This guy. Yeah, I'm gonna do like a function like play sound with variation. I'm gonna do like 0.5 of variation, and I'm going to play. This one was the fireworks sound. Okay, and this one's supposed to be with variation as well. And I'm going to pass also, let's do like 0.3 for this guy. And in the audio, we have the play sound. Let's do the internal playing sound, play sound with variation. Let's take same thing, a loaded sound pointer. But we'll take an f32 variation. Then return sound, and so we'll do sound false. We'll do 1 minus variation, and then 1 plus variation, and same thing here. Okay, cool. Redefinition of sound. Yeah. Return result. Spring sound. Let's add the spring sound. Loaded sound. Let's do the spring sound. Fireworks. And let me see, what is it called? Just spring. Let's do spring. And I think that'll be a fun sound of the game. Well, yeah. Spring sound. I didn't hear anything. Okay. It didn't compile. There should be like a red error message. That's really subtle. That's it. Okay, kind of like that. Have a lot more sounds. Can do the comment, the force field. Let's add the game over sound. Yeah. In fact, let's add a bunch of them, like game over sound, and let's do the lose life. Lose life sound, and let's also do the well, I'm not sure that's a good win sound. Lose life, game over, and well, let's try that sound. Start, lose life, and game over. Okay, let's see. So start sound, game over sound, and lose life. Lose life, game over, and let's just start game. Start, what was it called? Start game, yeah. Okay, now in the start game, we'll call, let's do the play sound, start game sound. Okay, and when we lose a life, if it is game over, let's do play sound game over sound. And here, if we just lose life, let's do a lose life sound. Let's see. Okay. I think we misspelled. Let's see if like. No, I just exported the sound. Oh, the sounds were 48,000 hertz. Just gonna export them quickly here. Which one was that? I suppose it was the oh, let me see. I suppose it was the oh, I don't know. Let's see which one was it. Game over. But I suppose all of them will be problematic. But it's gonna be an easy fix. So I'm gonna open Reaper here. And let me see if you guys will be able to see. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's do the game over sound. Let's just drop it here. You can make it shorter as well. Then let's export that to the sound effects. Let's call that game over. And let's do 44 hertz stereo. Error opening. Well, let's call that game underscore over. Okay. And let's see if we crash. Maybe lose a life is also going to complain about that. Let's see. Yeah, lose life. Let's do that for lose life as well. Lose life. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Do we call start game at the beginning? I don't think we should. Oh yeah, we have to. Because, well, maybe we can, because it does like, let's see, yeah, player target P, player half size. Well, this shouldn't really be here, and this should be like here. Unit ball, first movements. I think that was the only problem. Player life, yeah. No, that wasn't the only problem. Let's see what else we do with the player. Well, I don't know. The level state, maybe? Arena. Yeah, let me do the arena thing as well. Yeah, I think the player uses the arena for like collision. Yeah. Okay. Did you consider changing the bad script to CMake? I just didn't need to. I mean, if it has the point where we need a more complex build system, sure. But I don't really like to put complexity unless I absolutely need it. And since I didn't need it for this project, I just didn't use it. But that's okay. If you have an experience with that and you're more comfortable, I'm not very comfortable with these more complicated build systems, then you'll be good to go. Just see. I'm not sure that was correct collision behavior. I'm just going to note the timestamp here so then we can take a look at the fraud later. Check collision on last streams. 30 mint mark. That was a bit weird. Hi, maybe you can borrow some ideas for this simple fantasy console game. Sure, I'm gonna take a look at that. Thanks for. Did you make that game? Thanks for the link. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Okay, I think not me. Okay, I think that was a bit too much. Like, let's do like play sound. I'll do set volume. Let's do like half. Maybe even less than half. Let's do 35. Okay, that was way better. Okay, and we also have a redirect. But that really sounds like a, oh, I don't think we tested the lose a life. Okay, that was kind of decent. Kinda. But that was too loud. Let's, like when we lose life, let's do the same thing. Let's play the sound. Like this. Then let's set volume. Well, I don't need these braces. By the way, are you from Brazil? I am. Renato. É isso mesmo? I'm from Brazil, man. Yeah. Me too. Where are you from? I'm from Minas Gerais. Awesome. Belo Horizonte? Dude! I'm also from Belo Horizonte. Maybe we know each other from like some event. Maybe we do, and I don't remember. Awesome. Yeah. Such a small world. It is a small world. Because, yeah, awesome. I'm also a game developer. He said I'm not a game developer. Okay, this sounds way better. But you are interested in game development, are you not? I mean, it's awesome. Even though you haven't done anything yourself yet. It doesn't take much to become a game developer. Yeah, okay. He said he was graduated on computer science, though. Okay, so you do have a foot, at least, inside the technological things. That's pretty cool. This sounds a bit too negative. Let's try to... I was thinking about that as a redirect sound, along with the... along with the spring. Maybe I'm gonna add that. Just a touch, like... Let's add like the redirect sound. Nice work, by the way. Thanks, man. Yeah. I think it is coming along pretty nicely as well. So, and you can watch the whole thing. I mean, if you want to, you know programming probably, right? But if you want to go and do games, you can watch the whole thing, and then you see like the differences. I really like programming games. I think it's a great challenge, and it has its own kind of quirks, which is the fun part. And it gets to a point where it's just pure joy. Like this point where you're just playing around and adding sounds. Okay, same thing. It's really, really fun. I mean, and the constraints are really hard technically. So you get the best of both worlds. You get like a lot of technical challenges, and you also get a lot of fun stuff. Just things for fun. Yeah. Okay. Let's do like the entire project. Now let's do like current time selection. Time selection, and this was the what sound was this? Redirect. Redirect sound. Let's render that, and I could probably change the volume here. Yeah, let me do that. Let me change the volume. Yeah, okay, that'll be enough. So redirect sound. Okay, I got the full source code. I will watch 1 episode per day. That's a good pace because the episodes are full of information. But 1 per day should be a nice pace, and you should really get the source code and play around with it. Really, you can do whatever you want. If you want to make your own games on top of that, or if you just want to play around with this game. It's all good. I changed the name to redirect sound because I think I just imported that from to Reaper. It was complaining about the. Let's see. Oh, and I should also use right. I'm gonna add that sound when we do like the update ball thing. Whenever we do all let's also play the redirect sound with a little bit of variation. Maybe, I'm not sure that'll be too much. And then when we destroy block, destroyed, oh yeah, I would probably change this to this file. Block destroyed. Yeah. We'll also, let's see. Yeah, we'll also play this guy. Okay, we are going along nicely, I think. There are just a few other ones that I think I need. This whistle sound, it sounds pretty bad, but maybe I can get it to sound good. I don't know. This is supposed to be the ball sound, and we're also going to play that sound like forever and set that volume to 0. Yeah. We should also do one per ball. So yeah, I think it's in the levels, right? We have the ball. Yeah, let's add a playing sound, and we'll do like for each ball. Yeah, for each ball, let's set the balls i.sound to play sound. Yeah, and then we do the ball sound. Okay, now we should probably also set the volume to 0. And then in update balls, here, let's do the ball sound target volume equals, let's say, the ball do we have like the dp? Yeah, dp dot let's do the xdp, which is one the player can influence, so we can play around with that. Okay, we'll take the absolute of that, and we should probably just see what value do we have before we go nuts. And we should probably just claim that as well. So 0. Okay, we should do like this guy. Plus the y guy. Yeah. And it's probably like, yeah, it's like 50, 60, 100, 70, 100. 100 was kind of fast. So let's make that divided by 100. Okay, I think that'll be good. Then we can do the following. Let's see. Sound was a no pointer. Did we not set everyone's proper sound here? Okay. We didn't load the sound. Yeah, we gotta load the sound. Load, wait. If you don't load the sound, you can't play the sound. That's how it goes sometimes. In fact, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is it. Let's do, what sound was that? The ball sound? It's going to be the whistle. Not sure. Let's see if you guys think this is gonna sound good or not. Let me turn the guy's volume down. Just so you're going to go deaf. Still no sound? Apparently not. Let's see, ball sound is this guy. Yeah, let's try to break on line 203. Okay. Okay, so we do load the sound, which is nice. Or maybe we haven't initialized the balls yet. Oh, okay, because we zero the balls whenever we start game. I think. Yeah, we zero the balls. So let's not zero the whole balls. You're saying you're using for coder for the editor. What are your thoughts? I really like it. I really like it. It's really fast and it's very easy to use. I mean, the thing about Vim, right, is that people spend a whole bunch of time just getting used to it. No need for coder. You can get used to it pretty quickly, and you can get crazy fast at it too. And the thing about it that I don't really use, but you can go crazy, is the customization. So you can customize like every single thing. You can write a whole C program that runs on top of forcoder if you want to do your own stuff. I haven't done that because I don't like spending too much time doing things like that. But if that's your thing, you can go crazy. What I really like about it, first thing is that it's pretty fast. And another thing is that the ghost like indentation pretty much makes me not worry about indentation like ever. I don't ever worry about indenting code, and that's just too boring for me, I think. So if I have the chance to not worry about it, I'll take that any day of the week. So yeah, so I really like it. Instead of zeroing the balls like this, I'm going to do like playing sound equals balls at I dot sound. Then I'm going to zero just the ball. I'm going to do ball I equals ball, let's say 0. And then we can do ball eyes dot sound equals sound. So just so we don't delete this guy. Okay, that was nice. Well, apparently there are more people who are zeroing the ball, right? So let's do like 0 array balls. Yeah, just this one guy. Let's do the same thing. Sound. Let's do like 10. You know what? That's not exactly what I want. Do like, instead of just doing like this, like, instead of doing like this, you should advertise your streams in Henry Who Discord channel. That's a good idea. In fact, I'm going to write it down. Talk about streams on Handmade Network Discord. I tried to get in a project on Handmade Network, but for some reason they didn't approve. Actually, they didn't disprove. They just ignored it, which I suppose they have a lot of things to do, especially with the Handmade conference, like Handmade Seattle, going on in a couple months. So they probably are pretty busy with that. So yeah, but the idea was to get some sort of forum there. But I can talk about Discord. Thanks, nice call there. What I want to do is multiply this guy by the player distance. So I don't think I have a distance. I'm gonna do like a distance player. I can do the distance. Yeah, let's do like the player P, player visual P. Or we can do something simpler than that to avoid doing like the square root. Let's do like distance. And distance is going to be the player visual PY. Let's see. Let's say it's the ball desired PY minus this guy. Let me print this guy. Making our print work with float was a great call. Wasn't too hard. Thanks for the stream. I'll watch the Galo vs Botafogo game. Okay. Have a nice game. Thanks for dropping by, man. It was nice talking to you. Nice meeting you as well. Okay, so it's like the opposite of what we want. Like, or we could maybe just add this guy. We could make like, let's make like distance factor. Make like 50 minus this guy. Okay. And yeah, what's your schedule for streaming? I do like to stream on like normal days of the week around 8 p.m. Brazilian time. Maybe a little bit earlier, but I do Saturday morning Brazilian time and Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning. But this game is really coming to a close. I don't know what I'm going to do after that. If you follow me on Twitter, I do say when I'm going to stream, like in a few hours of advance. Streamer is Daniel80. Yeah, because it's really a flexible time. Okay, that's a bit better. So I'm going to do, like, let's say times 0.1 F. Okay, thanks. No problem, man. Thanks for watching. Let's do times 0.1 F, and let's also clamp this guy. Let's clamp like clamp F. Let's do 0 and this guy. Okay, so we got 0, and then we got 1. Well, not exactly what we wanted. Let's not clamp 1. Let's clamp like 10. 10 will be too much. Then we can play around with the multiplier. 0. Got to up to 5, up to 4. So this, what I'm going to do, maybe I'm going to multiply this by half. Maybe like a quarter. And then this can be like 100 times. Let's see. Okay. That's better, I think. But also we're going to make this guy even a little bit smaller. And let's now play around with the sound. It's going to be this guy plus the distance factor. Let's see. Is that correct? Maybe I should make the, well, this guy, we can do like the set volume. We don't need to, yeah. We couldn't do the set volume on the player because the mouse is really a crazy like input device, and we don't have like smooth coordinates. This guy pretty much has smooth coordinates, so we can. This multiplier is maybe a bit too much. Let's see. And the distance should be a bit more. Let me try just doing the distance factor, just to see how it sounds. Let's go back to 50. We don't see much of a change. Let's do 60 maybe. I think I'm going to do the distance squared. If I square this guy, I suppose I'm going to get like a And I can probably remove this guy as well. Clamp F. Too few arguments. I'll probably have too many of these guys. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, this is like exactly what we want, but the other way around. Maybe 10 was too much. Let's do 6 or 5. Let's do 5. Yeah, this is what we want. Let's see. Ah. I don't know, man. We're not quite there yet. Let's just see the values. Yeah, clamping by 5, not a very good call. At least not at this point. Well, what did I do there? Okay, let's see. So, like we start off, let's see. Try to pause the game. Like 6,000 sounds like a decent number. Let's do like 7,000. If we do 7,000 minus this guy, let's see what kind of values we got. Yeah. Start off with 0. But I don't know. That's not what I expected. I expected it to be... Maybe we should actually take the square root, not the square. Yeah, let's also take this guy. Let's see what values we have. And we were trying to print. Let's see what number we were trying to print. Yeah. Weird number. Okay. Let's try to look at the values we got. From 8. I don't know. Let me just draw this out. Maybe you guys can help me also. So, I want a scale that goes like, let's say this is like 0, then it's 1. I want it to be like 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. We have the distance, let's say this guy is like 10. Oh, let's do like, yeah, 10 and a minus 40. So the distance is 30. Pardon me, 50. Yeah, like if we divide by 10, we got 5, okay? But if the distance, yeah, actually it's the other way around, it should be 0, right? So if you do like 10 divided by this guy, let's say we got, yeah, it's got 0.2, okay? Okay, now, if we have, let's say, minus 30, minus 40, if the distance is 10, got 1. But this is like a linear scale, and I don't want a linear scale. This is, I think it's just a squared one. I don't know why the square didn't work. Maybe it did work, but it was too large. Yeah, maybe that was the case. Let's make that smaller. And let's also invert that. I don't know. Maybe that'll be good enough. Why didn't it change? Let's see what kind of numbers we got. Yeah, let's do 1 minus. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So let's go back to setting the volume to this guy. Let's see if we got a weird signal. I still don't like this. Let's try 1 over the square. Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah. Okay, that is a little bit better. Let me debug that with our nice pause feature. I'm gonna use it for once. What line is that? 381. Let's do this guy. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, and we broke the game. Nice. Should have put like a normal breakpoint. Okay. This guy, distance is 17, and 17 squared times this guy is this number. 1 over this. Oh, it's just because it's super small. I don't know. I kinda liked that. I think we got what we wanted. This guy. 1 over. Maybe we don't even need to square anymore. The problem was getting the 1 over. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see. Yes, perfect. Yeah, and I should probably clamp that. Let's clamp that to 1. And now let's hear it. I think it'll be a lot better. A lot better. Clamp path. Okay. I really like that, I think. I really like that. Nice. Now we can go back and add a little bit of the speed. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll be a nice ball sound. And I don't think it was a bad one calling the whistle. Yeah, I kind of like that. also going to try to change the pitch. Let's see how it sounds. With the 3-shot, we crash because the sound is null. Okay, because we probably... Let's see the 3-shot. Where do we do the 3-shot? Is it not called a 3-shot? What is it called? It's like invincible. It's called number of triple shots. Okay. Triple shots. Spawn triple shot. We got a pointer to a ball. Next, get next available ball in 0. Yeah, so instead of just 0, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the playing sound. Temp equals ball sound. We can 0 that. And we 0 the ball, and then we go ball sound equals temp. Nice. Let's see the triple shot again. Should probably have a cheat code for everything, like I'm gonna add a cheat code. We kind of have cheat codes already. If we press up, we get invincibility. If we press down, number of triple shots. Let's add like 10 triple shots. And you know what? That I think would be pretty cool. Whenever we set the volume for the ball, I'm thinking if the ball dp, this is going to be pretty cool, I think. If the ball dp dot y is positive, so if it's going up, we probably don't need to do. We probably set the ball sound target volume to 0. Else we do this. I think that'll be cool. They'll have more of a fireworks effect. Okay, and I may even just do the same thing and just set the volume. Well, type that. Set volume to 0. Let me see. Pretty cool. I'm gonna set the volume to like a very low number. Nice. But let me put like this guy like stronger. See, that was a super weird collision problem. I don't know what happened. Dude, let's also check this mark. Oh, that was weird. Okay, but I kind of like the sound, but I think I want to fade that like a ball dp.y. think I need to fade that like a little bit, maybe. Like when I change the direction. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do like the not going to do the sound, I'm gonna do like the target volume thing. But I'm gonna set, I had a like a, what's that, fading speed. I'm gonna set the fading speed up like balls I dot sound. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Balls. This guy. Fading speed. Let's say 10. Just to get a little bit of fading, but not too much. Not instantaneous. Yeah, this is getting cool, I think. Let's do like 7, and the distance factor can be a little bit stronger, like 2.5. Let's go up to 1.5. And let's also change the pitch, because I don't know, we are in for it, right? Yeah, perfect. Now, I don't think I need the clamp necessarily. I don't know, but I am going to set the speed multiplier to like a distance factor. Let's clamp that to like 0.3f. Maybe, yeah, let's do 0.3f. Distance factor, let's do 1.5. Distance factor is not a function. Yeah. Oops. That was weird. But we're getting somewhere. Let's see, player movement sound. Let me just get the ball movement sound. That's weird. I thought by clamping that to 1, I wouldn't get that high-pitched sound. Speed. This guy. Let me printf this guy. That's weird. If I think it's just the relative perception of it. If I do like 1, 1. Yeah. So maybe this guy I'm not going to do the inverted. Maybe I'm just going to straight up do like this guy. I do have to multiply that by something, but I'm not sure what. Yeah, I'm gonna do the 50 minus thing. Because this guy I don't need like that difference. Okay, so 50 minus this guy, that should give me like 0 if you are here, and 1 if you're down here. Yeah, and then I'm gonna clamp that to something like this. Let's see. Maybe we should have a smoother transition. Well, it's just one. Maybe I misinterpreted numbers. Because I thought was subtracting 50. I need to be like 0 when it's up on the top. Okay, if I do, let's say 70 minus this guy, let's see what numbers we got. Yeah, okay. And then we divide that by 70. Legal. Yeah. That's perfect. Okay, this is what we want. Then we clamp that. Yeah. Maybe 0.3 is too much. Oh, that was like one of my best runs. Oh, just because I said that, I missed the ball. Oh my god. I'm just trying to complete so I get a high score. I'm gonna try to move that like mark cautiously, so it's going to be like this. Yeah. Okay. Nice. We do have to turn the volume to 0 whenever we load the menu, which is like press ESC, change game mode. If we go to the menu, we do like for every ball, array count balls, I++, do like balls I dot sound Let's do like set volume. Jeez. Perfect. Perfect! We are coming along really nicely. Can you write an AI to play this game? Well, depends on what you mean by write an AI to play this game. You can probably do an AI to play this game, but if we're talking about those neural network things, I have never done that. But I don't know. A lot of people have done that, so it's not impossible. So I could, but it's not really my thing. But if you mean like, yeah, like a neural network kind of AI, more generic one to play like super optimized, or you could write a pretty stupid game AI to do what we're doing. But what's the point, man? The game's for people to have fun, not AIs to have fun. I thought it would be fun. Yeah. Well, it is pretty cool to see the result, I'll give you that. To see those videos where the AI plays like perfectly, that's pretty awesome. I think the volume's a bit too much. So I'm just going to multiply that by 75. I thought it would be fun. Yeah, the result's pretty cool, yeah. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Couple things. The ball, only one ball now has the sound, which is the ball that can hit you. So I'm gonna do like just for the one ball. Those fading effects are nice. Thanks. Yeah, we have been improving the effects a lot lately. We did a lot of particle systems, now we're doing audio effects, and I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to optimize this later, but I am going to comment. Like, we only actually need sound for the ball. See, because, well, it's not true. It's not true. But that's not true. However, let's do ball sound. However, let's add a little bit more sound for the ball. I forcoded keys by as the default ones. My for-coder for-coder bindings are just the default ones. I got used to them. I think I'm productive enough. But let's do something a lot cooler when we do the triple shot in terms of sound. Spawn triple shot ball. Let's do like I want to try it from Vim. I really liked it. You seem very productive. Thanks. Yeah, I really liked it. I think it's really easy to get started. I think that's important. And then if you go all crazy, you can get the customization layer from itch.io, which is like $12. And then you can try to be even more productive. But the way I use the default ones, it's pretty nice, I think. In the default triple shot balls, I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to play the sound with variation, which is the fireworks sound. And let's add like 0.5 variation. I'm going to add like a couple of times. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. When I spawn the ball, But when I also destroy the ball, like dp, was that ball destroyed on dpy? If we destroy the ball, process ball when dpy down. Yeah, I am also going to play that sound, just for extra fireworks goodness. And we can add even do more stuff. And we clip there with the audio, if you can see that. I am kind of inclined, because I really liked that sound effect, to add even when the blocks get destroyed. There's a little. Okay. Destroyed. When the blocks get destroyed, let's try adding that sound as well. So we add, let's say we play a lot of sounds. Let's play this guy, but let's set like, let's set this like the fireworks, and let's set it, let's set its volume to be whatever the target volume is, -2. Yeah, let's see. Are you a student or are you working? I am working. Let's decrease even more. I was a student like a couple of years ago, but I actually quit college, so I wasn't a very good student, I suppose. Okay, kind of like that. I'm gonna try a couple. Oh, there is a mosquito here, and it's kind of annoying. The variation is 0.5. Let's make it like 0.3, so it goes from like 0.7 to, and then we're gonna subtract yeah. Let's do like, thinking about no variation actually. Yeah, let's do no variation. Display sound. Well, yeah, let's do a little bit of variation. Okay, let's do the play sound variation. 1. Then we're going to do -8. Let's say -7. And then I'm also going to change the pitch, which is a speed multiplier. I'm going to increase that to be like plus 0.8. So we got like a call and response kind of effect. Thanks for the source, by the way. No problem, man. If you have any question about the source, speed multipliers. There's something called speed multiplier. I'm not sure what. Let's see. Well, ball speed multiplier. I think everything's called speed multiplier. Oh, it's the ball speed multiplier. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna. Let's call it multiplier. Let's do that. Okay. No more typos around. I love what you're doing here. More people need to realize it's like to really write game code on a bunch of API abstracts. Also, I use a lot of case monitoring perspectives. Good. Thanks, man. Awesome. I really like your comment. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from Casey with Handmade Hero. I mean, I pretty much learned how to program from him. I'm gonna straight up say that. I programmed before, and I really got into programming, and I really studied through Handmade Hero. So yeah, a lot of stuff kind of was consumed, which is great because I think he's the best programmer I've ever seen. Not that I've seen a lot of good programmers, but he's the best one. And yeah, and it's a lot of fun. I think that's what people need to take from this stream. I think mostly, it's just it's awesome. Even if you have like hard things to do, which we did like a couple streams ago, was pretty hard. It's all part of the process to get the game going, and it's not really that work. We've been doing like this for like 30 hours, I think, for all these episodes, and the big difference between Handmade Hero and this game is because I wanted to release the game quicker, because Casey did all sorts of crazy stuff with the engine, right? 3D and awesome lighting and things like that. Not only can I not do that yet, but I want it to be quicker, just so people could get the idea of like making a game from scratch, publishing it, kind of get started. And then if you want to do like more complicated games, Handmade Hero is the go-to. No question about that. Yeah, that's a inspiring story. Thanks. And the thing is about the story is that I released a game for the PS4 in 2017, and you guys can check it out. It's called Ilios's Hunt. It's on Steam and on PS4, and I was the main developer. I had a couple of people helping me out throughout the process, but I was pretty much my project. When I started out by myself, and actually in the YouTube channel, it's pretty funny. You can see the whole process. So I started out by myself. So this is the couple models I did. Then I like, oh, now I can move the character in Unreal. Look at how cool this is. And then now I do the shooting system. Now I can shoot some enemies, all the way to like this point, which I was just by myself again. But I had a little bit more of a game at this point. But I was like, okay, maybe I should really get more people involved. So we are starting to go. So got a lot of people who could model and animate, do a better job at me in terms of like concept art and things like that. And we did this game. So we kept improving, and this is the launch trailer on the PlayStation channel. So that's pretty cool, is it not? Is it Unreal or Unity? That was Unreal Engine. So that's the tricky thing. When I released the game, I pretty much only programmed using blueprints. So I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But to get the game released on PS4, I did have to go to the C++ things and integrate it with Fmod, to integrate with the SDKs, and then upgrade the Unreal version, and then get the engine compiling. And that was crazy. And I really felt that I wasn't prepared for that. Certainly. So after I released, but I managed to release, right? That was the important part. So after I did release, I was like, okay, let me take a step back and let me really learn about programming. Let me really get this whole thing. So that's where I found out about Casey. And it's also a cool story about how I found out about Handmade Hero. I was watching a Jonathan Blow live stream about the shadow maps, and it was like a 7.5-hour live stream. And I was watching while doing some set dressing on like one of the levels for the game, and this level, and I was just casually watching, doing the set dressing, and then someone he said, "Oh, this is not Casey. I'm not going to explain the whole thing, otherwise I'm going to be like 400 episodes in." I was like, "Okay, who's Casey?" Then I looked at the chat, and then I managed to find out about Handmade Hero, right? And that stream got deleted of Twitch and YouTube. So you can't watch that Shadow Map stream again, the 7.5-hour Shadow Map stream. I can't watch that again. Luckily, I watched like a couple days after he streamed, right? And so I managed to learn about Casey, so that was pretty cool. Then after releasing the game, I learned all about programming, and I really fell in love with it. Actually programming, that's pretty cool. To understand WinAPI, did you read Charles Batson's book, Windows Pro? No, I didn't. I really pretty much got everything from Handmade Hero, and the way he taught about how I should learn more about the WinAPI, that's how I learned the rest of it. So so this first few days are all WinAPI stuff, and then I really got the hang of searching MSDN stuff and watching more specific things. Like when I did the web server in C, I learned about sockets through the MSDN and watched a couple of YouTube videos. So no, I'm not a big fan of programming books, although I did read Game Engine Architecture 2 times, and I think it was definitely worth it. That was pretty cool. But I don't know, the pacing is kind of different. Because when you watch a video, I can watch pretty fast. I watch like a little bit faster, just to get most out of the content. And sometimes I slow down when it gets to a more complicated thing. So yeah, so that's my big commercial game I released, 2017. So I spent 1 year after I released the game just really studying programming. It's like watching Handmade Hero and programming all day long for like a whole year. And after that, I start doing like some startup stuff. But that's pretty cool. Okay. I think we're getting to an end of what we wanted to do. I mean, still have to do a lot of stuff, but let's try to get that a little bit more under control. But I am enjoying the way what we managed to let's do like what we managed to do with the audio. Multiplier. Multiplier is not a member of block. Okay, I also typoed this guy. Let's see. Awesome. Is that a triangle pattern? Oh man, it's gonna be hard. Okay. Let me cheat and get a couple of triple shot. You know what? I think I also want that cool, have fun. Okay, thanks, man. It was awesome talking to you. Thanks for dropping by. Let me see the play sound variation. The fireworks sound. No, not this one. This one. I think I can like do a little bit louder sound. I think I'm also going to play this kind of a fireworks sound whenever we hit like the walls. Yeah. So let's do the spring sound. And no, the redirect sound, I may just take that out. I didn't even hear that. Dude, the fireworks are so cool, the sound effects. And I think 1.5 may be a bit too much still for the oh yeah, point for the ball. Let's hear that. Yeah. Oh, and we took that out. Oh god. We have to remember when we take out things to test, we have to remember to put them back in. Movement. Oh my god, let's do the play movement sound. I set the volume. What? This guy. So, dude. That's what we wanted, right? I think that's perfect. That's pretty much exactly what we want. Oh, we should also add the pickup sounds. Dude, look at those points. Oh, that really saved me. Dude, that sounded so cool. The very high-pitched explosion. I think this is really awesome. Oh, I stopped to look at chat. I really like the way this is turning out. I think I'm just going to add the power up and power down sound effects. Oh, then we can do this. This would be pretty cool. This would be like an engine optimization. So I'm going to drop that in this like pass here. Awesome. Call that better menu. Pause menu as well. Implement sound effect. Okay, let's do the power. Let's do the power up sound and the power down sound. Okay. Okay, so low wave. So we have the power up sound and the power down sound. Okay, let me see the power up. I don't know if that's gonna fit too well, honestly. And I think both of them will crash the game. Yeah. So we may play around with the pitch a little bit here on Ableton just to. So the power up should be a little bit happier. This game is a happy game. Don't you guys see the happy vibes all around the game? Let's turn off snapping. See, I think I'm gonna run a equalizer because I think there's a pretty, yeah. See how there's a huge bass sound. Which episode number was it? The shadow mapping. No, the shadow mapping was Jonathan Blow's stream. We haven't done. Oh, you're talking about Handmade Hero? Yeah, the shadow map stream was from Jonathan Blow. Not even me, not even Handmade Hero. I don't know if Handmade Hero has a shadow mapping episode. I think it is just indirect elimination. Let's do like shadow. Oh, he does have a shadow mapping episode. Introduction to lighting. Oh, it explains about shadow map. Yeah, he doesn't have a full episode, but he does have the explanation. I'm gonna link you to this. Oh, I'm not sure if this will go all the way. No, it's just Handmade Hero /watch. Yeah, this is episode 96, where he explains about shadow mapping. But the episode that I watched was Jonathan Blow's video, where he implemented the shadow map from scratch. That was awesome. The video was deleted for some reason. So, yeah. That was really a bummer. But I got to know Casey. Okay, thanks. No problem, man. Okay, so let's equalize this guy. So, see how bassy that sounds? Oh, you guys can hear the sound inside Ableton. But let me just show you guys here. See? There's the I don't like that sound. It's too bassy. Let's just equalize that down. No, just I may even remove the first. Yeah. And then I also am going to pitch shift this guy just a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit better. Maybe not the best pickup sound in the world. Yeah, but I think I'll do it. I'm going to call that pickup power up. Sounds too robotic, I think. Power up sound. Stereo. Wave time selection. Okay. So we'll do the power up sound. Let's listen to the power down one. Okay, the power down is kind of okay, but I am going to make it the volume a little bit. Oh, not the pan, the volume. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the power down sound. That was a little bit better. So yeah. Power down sound. Now let's take a listen to that. Oh, of course, we didn't implement it. Well, let's do like a power block. I think it's just here in the player. Let's do the power block. Yeah, if it collides with the player, let's do play sound power power up sound false or power down. Let's see. We could do like a quick test, like if power kind, if the kind is less than or equal to the last, then power up last, power up last, then we'll play sound power up, then we'll play the power down sound. So okay. Couldn't hear anything. Dude, that was awesome. Okay. Yeah, I did hear it, but that was yeah, that was. Let's make like, just for testing, all the block level block. Let's make everyone spawn a power block. Let's make everyone spawn a power down. Power slow player. Let's make everyone slow the player down. Yeah. I don't know why that was way. Okay, let's try it. Let's try this one. Okay, that was way better. Now let's try getting the power up. Can I control Z all the way back to the power up? think I can. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we have. Wait, we should also make like the power. The triple shot. I really liked the sound of the triple shot. It was actually this. Okay, cool. Let's see. I think we are done in terms of sounds. Let me see. We did the bricks, comet. Oh, we should do the comet as well. So, levels. I have to do. Oh, maybe we should just. Well, I don't know. We have a limited number of power-ups. Yeah. Let's add the comet sound. The way I did this, I had two sounds. I have the comet begin and the comet loop. I think that'll just work. So in the audio, oh no, in the levels, we have just make some more. We have the comet. Let's see. Oh, we have the ball. We'll have call that maybe bass sound. Let's call that comet sound. And maybe everyone's gonna have a comet sound. Yeah, I mean it's kind of stupid, but let's just do the first version. So check. Let's see. Add a real brick sound effect. We did that. Reward player with power-ups when you get an X score. Maybe. When do we do like the? Well, I don't know. Let's just comment like let me just see wherever I typed ball, because I think I commented that. Oh well. Let's do like, do I need to have a ball to a comet and a normal sound for every ball playing every time? I don't know. Probably not. But let's just implement that. So we have sound. Let's do comet begin and comet loop. Let's do load wave. So do comet begin, oops, and comet loop. Okay, I think it's just comet begin. Let's see. Yeah, and comet loop. Okay, these are, I already processed them, so I'm not going to need to do reprocessing. So yeah, for every ball, same thing. I'm gonna play the comet loop, And I'm going to do like comet sound, I think. And I think you can have like a little bit more of fading for this guy. Okay. Now, let's see, whenever I draw the particles, which is like here. Yeah, for every ball. Yeah. Like this. Oh, this is for every trail spawner. I'm just going to do this like here. If we are a comet, just going to, yeah, whatever. Set the target volume to 1 maybe, and else set the target volume to 0. Yeah, comet sound target volume. And whenever we get the power up, let's say comet teeth. At this point, let's do the play sound. Let's do the play sound. Play sound comet begin. Okay. Now let's see what we have. Yeah, well, same thing. We can't, whenever we do like a ball 0, we can't do this. We have to do like sound. So I'm starting to think that maybe I should have like a smarter way to do that. But I don't know, it's not a huge problem yet. Let's see. Okay, so that was really problematic for some reason. Well, something smells really nice here. I don't know what. Comet loop. Maybe I just don't have enough sounds. Let me just hear again what the problem was. We heard the ball. We heard the ball pretty loudly. Would you like, if comet t is less than or equal to 0, we play the sound. Yeah. And we don't hear the loop. So this is all busted. So like, let's see where we get the comments though. So comment begin, comment end. We set them here. Then we set the comment sound to the play sound loop. But we set the volume to 0. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is kind of wrong. But not entirely wrong. Let's see. Okay, now if we get the comment, this is working. If we have a comment, we set that volume to 0 to 1, the target volume. If you don't set it to 0, that looks correct. and then right, well, I don't know, everything looks okay from here. Yeah, I definitely hear, I think some pointers being set incorrectly. Let me just now set these guys. Oh well. Just pause the game and let me check out the playing sound stuff. So let's see our playing sounds. Well, it will be kind of hard to see, honestly. So we are full. Yeah. Okay, this is the ball sound. This is the first one. Comment loop. And then we got ball sound and a comment loop. So these are the first ones. Yeah, force field sound. Then we got another comment loop. Ball sound. Comment loop. Ball sound. Comment loop. I think that was too much. Ball sound and a comment loop. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this was not the problem. And I'm pretty sure the problem is when we spawn these guys. Comment sound. Right here. We're doing that supposedly just 3 times. Let's do like comment loop. Yeah. Put a breakpoint there in the game. Let's see here. Yeah. So in fact, our playing sounds, gameplay music, okay, a menu music, the sign, which is the player guy, loaded force field, that's perfect. Okay, now, we should add like 1 guy and then another guy. Okay, let's do 2 more and then 2 more. Perfect. Now we should exit the loop. Why are we not exiting the loop? How many balls do we have? I have 16 balls. Oh, because yeah, we have 16 balls because we may have several triple shots at once. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do this now. Yeah. Let's do the comment this guy. I'm gonna do this guy just for the first one. Maybe I'm gonna do this for the first 3. Okay. And I have to assert that it's not going to crash. Okay, so the first 3 may have these sounds, the other ones won't. So just in fact, anyway, I am going to increase these guys to like more sounds. because maybe 16. Okay. Oh, did I crash? Yeah, I did. Let's see. Set. Yeah. When I go to the menu, set game mode. You know what? Just to be quicker about this, in the levels, I'm just going to change the name and just going to go everywhere I use these guys. Now it can be null. So this guy doesn't matter. Oh, this is a mistake. I should also do like comment sound. So I suppose there were 3 places we were using. Okay, now when we start the level, same thing. Same thing here. So yeah, I'm gonna do like if ball sound, we do this, and also if ball comment sound. Okay, so this one's the first guy. Yeah, and we should play around with this as well. So this will only happen if we have a ball sound. Okay. And this should only also happen if we have, let's say, if a ball comment sound. Okay, perfect. Now let's go back and name these guys back to where they were. Let's do comment. Okay. I may have to get some water. I ran out of water now. And the stream is going nicely, so I'm gonna just keep going. Yeah, this is way too loud. Let me just open a Reaper here. And let's do the comment begin. I'm not sure how to snap to these guys. I may have to Google that. And in fact, I'm super slow for some reason. Maybe I should just get like the timing from here. Yeah, let's do that. So, oh, it's 0. Yeah, nice. It's not Shift, Alt, or. Yeah, let's just try to Google search like Reaper, snap to track and what? Reaper. That was useless. Well, you know what? I'm just going to do that by hand. It's going to be easier, I think. Let's do like comment sound. This guy, I'm going to set the volume. Oh, it's just the target. So comment sound. Just this guy. Yeah, oh, pretty easy. And also when we set like the comment start, begin. Let's also do like, for some reason my keyboard changed to Portuguese. I know this would happen eventually, because there's a weird Windows shortcut that sometimes I press that makes that, but I'm not sure which shortcut is that. So sound, set volume. Let's do, do 0.3? Let's try 0.4 with this guy. I really liked that. I really liked it. I think we are good to go in terms of sounds. Let me just go back and remove like in the level. Let's do the block thing. Let's remove this guy. Let's just play for a bit. Try spawning a bunch of them. I think everything is nice. Although, when we had like super comets, let me also remove that print for now. Okay, yeah, we're not shutting down when we destroy like the ball destroy. What's that? Ball destroyed on X. Yeah. When we destroy the ball, we should also set like the set volume. The ball. If ball sound, we set that volume to 0, and if the ball comet sound, we set that to 0. Okay. And I think we're gonna have to optimize our particle. Oh, this is the debug build, right? But we may have to optimize our particle rendering, which is the rotated rectangle ones. Even though it's a pretty small part of the screen, but I guess it happens a lot. Oh. We haven't got a single triple shot. I think I may cheat. Just add a triple shot. Whenever I got a comment. Well, I failed. Okay. Come on, where's my luck? I think I'm gonna change the random algorithm in the to spawn because I think it's wrong because it was using our old way, which is kind of a hard-coded way before we had a random. Okay, I got a comment. So okay, I think that was perfect. Perfect. Let me just quickly change the wall spawn. Yeah, we were only getting the random choice. No, it's correct. If the y is less than or equal to 1, this is correct. Yeah, I don't know. So let me just go back and see if there's any sound that we want to add that we didn't add, or for some reason I removed it. Let's go back. Okay, let's see some things. Brick, we did that. Comment begin, comment end, comment loop. Fireworks, force field, game over. Hit, we did all those. Lose life. Yeah. Old sound. Well, this old sound, I think I'm gonna add a certain case like sound like old sound, which is a weird name. Old sound's supposed to be like old school sound, I suppose. So old sound. Right now, I think I'm just going to add that sound on our Space Invaders game mode. Space, I think just Invaders, right? Invaders, yeah. So whenever we move the guys, yeah, we're going to play sound, the old sound. Let's see. Okay, first of all, this is really annoying. And I may actually speed up the sound. Yeah, I am going to speed up the sound. In the space levels, let's see, state. Yeah, we have like movement T, movement target, moving down. Let's do like number of changes. And every time you change, like in the end, let's say this guy, let's do like level state, number of changes, plus plus. And then here we're gonna set the pitch, so sound speed multiplier. It's going to be like, let's say 1 minus the number of changes divided by 20, I suppose. Oh, but actually we should increase, so it's going to be 1 plus number of changes. Level state, this guy. Level state invaders, yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Number. Okay. Awesome, but it's going really fast, I think. But this is going to be awesome, I think. Maybe by 200. And in fact, I'm going to do maybe like 0.3. Well, let's do 0.5. By the way, I'm just cheating and having like invincibility. Yeah, I think this is kind of good. I am also going to decrease the movement target just a bit. Target, let's see, how much is that? It's 1.25. Let me decrease that like that much, just so it gets a little bit faster every time, but not too much though, because it's already kind of hard. Okay, we crashed at the sample +1. Which sound is this? This is a fireworks sound. I thought fireworks were mono. And it is mono. Yeah, okay, so it's just a sample and a sample +2. You see how many samples we have. $66,000. Access validation rating. Yeah, okay, we are way overboard. What's the position? Position 0. Okay. Well, I guess we found one problem. Let me see which frame we crashed. Nothing seems particularly wrong, except, let's see, on our play sound with variation, we do like 1 minus the variation, and 1 plus the variation. But in the level, we should also do like, oh, the position is 0. Oh, okay, no, I was confused for it. It's no problem the position being 0. I was super confused. So position is 0. So this guy should have been 0. Then we got 0 minus 0 times 1 should be 0. Next should be 1. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what happened for us to get such a weird. Okay, the frac's not 0. This guy didn't become 0, but now that's weird. Let's see. So the position must have been 0 at this point. But casting 0, that's a super weird bug. I have no idea what happened. Our sample is a giant number and our next sample is that number plus 2. But our position is 0. And we couldn't have changed the position in this time. I have no idea. And since it's an int, it's not a wrapping problem. The frac was this guy. I really don't know. Hey Rocky, how are you doing? We got to a great point in terms of sound, but we came across a very weird bug, man. See if you can help me out here. We crashed here at this line because we tried getting the sample 73,000, and we don't have 73,000 samples. Now, the question is, why did we try to get 73,000 samples if we calculate the sample like this? The sample is the position. I'm good and you, I'm great. I'm great. The position is 0. Casting 0 to int should be 0. But for some reason, this guy got to 73,000. Then we got the position minus this guy. So the position wasn't 0 at this point. That's for sure. Something changed the position. What could have changed the position between here and here? That makes no sense at all. We don't change the position. Oh, maybe another thread changes the position? But nobody touches the position. We may change, well, this is like the fireworks. We may have changed the volume and things like that, but yeah. Okay, yeah, I think this is a threading problem. Man, thanks for the tips last time. I'm watching the tutorials from him. It is just amazing. Dude, that's awesome to hear. I really, really enjoyed those stories as well. Those was what got me started, you know, into programming, really, for real, yeah. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to... cheat my way around here. Or maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what would be the best thing. I mean, I could make these guys more thread safe. I'm going to cheat my way around for now. Then I'm probably going to make a note for me in the future like make the audio safer. I think we got a rare case of the game changing the sound and updating the sound position unintentionally. Yeah. And then here in the audio, all I'm gonna do is just make sure that the sample is proper. Like I'm gonna do a clamp on sample. So the first sample is 0, and the last sample is going to be sound sample count minus this guy. Dude, listen to those sounds, man. The game's starting to be awesome. I was playing with GPTB. Those days it is fun, but I guess I'll be like you when they got Miami Hero and use it versus Visual Studio. GUI diverse. Yeah, man, come on. I mean, a GUI debugger is hard enough to use. So I wouldn't imagine doing a text-based debugger. I don't know. Yeah, you should really stick to that. In fact, apparently you haven't used much of Visual Studio, so I would recommend, because that's something I want to do. I want to change to Remedy. Remedy DB. Remedy DB, I think. Remedy BD. Remedy debugger. I highly suggest take a look at this debugger. Hey, look at this! I love the sound effects. Yeah, the sound effects are really turning out nice. Remedy BG. I suggest take a look at this debugger. I really want to take a look at that as well, but you know, I'm a little bit immersed in Visual Studio, and it's looking pretty nice, I think. And it's great and fast, easy to use. Just a debugger, so you don't have to worry about having tons of features. Yeah, let's see if there's anything we're missing. Ball hit. We're not going to add that sound, I think. Maybe that could be the power-up sound. Oh, maybe. Oh, that should be the interface sound. Ha ha! Let's do that. Interface sound. Nice. Because I didn't think about interface sound when I got them. So I was okay, maybe we're gonna get it next time, but interface sound. Awesome. Like load wave. Interface sound. So whenever we change in the menu, whenever we change, looks pretty cool too. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I saw the guy talking about this one on Reddit. Nice. Reddit is a lot of cool place for programming stuff, I think. I'm enjoying some of the stuff there. Let's say old hot equals hot is the new hot. If old hot is different from hot, we're going to place sound interface sound. Okay. Header was no pointer. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, we have to run that through the this guy because it's a different sample rate. Turn the volume down a bit. I think I'm gonna make also I may smooth that in a little bit. Okay, I think it's better. Do you think it's possible to apply solid principles in C, or those principles is a more UOP thing? What do you mean by solid principles? Exactly, I'm not sure what you mean. Interface. Dude, the game is starting to become awesome! Really awesome! Really awesome, I think. Let's see if there's any other sound that we forgot. Lose life. We added. Old sound we added. Player wall. Let's add this player wall sound. I'm reading a book called Clean Code, and often in the book, the solid principles are referred. Yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't heard of it, so I'm not sure what it means exactly. But you can probably apply most principles in C. Of course, I mean, not like object-oriented principles, but I kind of try to make like a more free kind of a structure in small games because I learned how to structure projects like this. So if I try to be too structured on these kind of projects, I end up not exploring and knowing how to structure it myself. But in big projects, no, these guides usually help a lot. Hi, I just came here and I wonder if you are using SDL2 for import wave. No, the wave import, I wrote it like myself. I didn't wrote that on stream because I already had that and I didn't see a point in rewriting that on stream. But it's a pretty simple wave importer. I import like PCM 16 bits, 1 or 2 channels, and then I need to leave them right, left, right, left. That's the way the game needs. So yes, just yeah, see, I make sure it's PCM, check out the sample rate. So yeah, just We're writing that from scratch. Oh, this is like old stuff, I think. It's for padding. I'm gonna leave it that, but I don't think we need anything like that. You can download and check and play around the waving part yourself. You can just download the game source code on itch.io, daresay.itch.io. You can just download. I don't remember which day. Let's see. You can come here on the YouTube page, and let's see. And let's see. I think it was the first audio. Yeah, it was the first audio day. So it was episode 11. Amazing. I'll try to do that myself. That's awesome. It's not too hard. There's that Handmade Hero. There's a episode on WAV files. If you can, but you can also see my version. Well, I didn't actually explain the WAV file, but you can download source code on episode 11. So this source code. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's not too hard, but it's not easy. It's not like it's a weird format, I think. Could have been simpler. Okay, let's add the, I think that's the last sound. I don't know. Start to get tired. But I do want to do something else today, which is pretty cool, I think. So we're going to add a player wall. Let's do player wall sound. Player wall sound. And whenever we do like player wall collision, we can play sound player wall sound. Oh my god. Sorry if that was too loud for you guys as well, but that was too loud for me. Well, if the player keeps pushing the mouse, this is gonna keep happening. So I don't think I'm gonna do this guy here. And maybe when we review the player movement code for the last time, we can add that sound. I am going to add that in the player collision with a ball though. Variation, let's add like 0.5. But I think that's a cool sound to add in these cases. I think I'm just going to add this sound if the player DP, player target dp.x is greater than, I don't know, let's try 10. And let's print this guy. Okay. Let's see what the value is. So 0.5, 700. Yeah, let's say if it's greater than 1,000. Yeah. If it's greater than 1,000, we'll add that small sound. Pretty cool. And now we'll be able to, when we finish the player, like review the size and the player wall collision, and add a sound to that. Make the sound, the size, have the low frame rates. Okay, so yeah. Let's see what else. power down, power up, redirect, sign, spring, start game, and whistle. That means we have added all the sound effects that we wanted, at least for this first pass. Maybe we're gonna add more sounds, less sounds, or whatever. That was cool. I mean, I think it's really, really cool. I'm just going to change a small thing, like in the level, in the block destroyed. When we spawn like, yeah, the block particle, I'm gonna make its life a little bit bigger, like 2. Maybe 2 is too much. Yeah, 2 is too much, but let's do like 1.25 maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Think's better. Okay. But now that we finish the main audio files, what we want to do is this. This is going to be pretty cool. We want to make the player a listener in certain sounds, so we hear a stereo system. That's what we want. Like, we want to hear the ball coming from this way, like, or we want to hear like the blocks exploding differently, and based on our position. So we certainly want that. I think I'm gonna spend like half an hour trying to do that because I'm kind of tired. It's kind of 11:30 already, and I don't like to program when I'm tired. But I really want to do this, so I'm gonna push a little bit further. But if I get stuck and if I don't manage to do this in a, I don't know, fluid manner, I am going to maybe do that next time. But if we manage to do that, we can fix this bug next time, and then we can start doing the UI and the better levels. That would be pretty cool. Then we can make like the whole 10 levels or 11 levels that we want to play around with. I have run out of water, so I asked like for a 2-minute break. Yeah, 2-minute break to get some water. Okay, 2-minute break. I'll get some water. Maybe you guys are gonna get some water too. And when we come back, we're gonna do the player, the listener, so we hear a stereo sound based on the player position to certain sounds. I think that'll be awesome. Okay. Okay. See you guys in 2 minutes. Okay, the cup has been refilled, the brain has been reset. I think we are ready for a new feature in our game. This is kind of an engine feature, I don't know, but I think that'll be pretty cool. Let's just, to be able to test the feature, let's do something like play a sound from a certain position. Yeah. So the way I'm thinking is that maybe the playing sound has a like source X pointer, and if we do have a source X pointer, we then calculate, yeah, the pan. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't think that'll be too hard. Let's just test by creating a sound. Let's say like f32x equals 0. Then we can do like a draw rect. Just a draw rect. Then I'm gonna do v2 x 0, and then the size will be, I don't know, 3 by 3, and the color is gonna be red. Oh. Okay, let's see if we get a red rectangle. We do, and let's also do a I'm gonna add that as a global game. Global test x equals 0. And then whenever we do the play sound, let's do a play sound. Playing sound, test sound. Let's do a sign. What is it called? Sound sign. Let's do that, and let's set it to looping. Then let's do the test sound. Our source x is going to be the address of the test x. Okay. Let's also add that to the immutable sound. Missing type specifier. X. Let's do test x. Okay. Now let's try to make that pan based on the player position. Now in the audio, we'll do that. Let's see. Do that once per frame. Not sure we should do it like once per sample. I don't think we need to do that. I think once per frame is going to be precise enough. Yeah, we don't even update the player once per. Yeah. So I'm going to do like if sound source x, we're going to do sound pan. It's going to be the source x minus the player visual p.x. Let's say if this guy is in a -10 and if the player is like 0, it should be this guy minus this guy. Okay? But let's add like a 0.1 of a multiplier. And I think that is just it. Player visual P. I don't know how I want to have access to this guy. Maybe I'm just going to cheat pretty badly. Do like player visual px pointer. Yeah. Well, player visual px pointer is going to be the address of player visual p dot x. This is a pointer. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna turn the guy's volume down in mind because I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, apparently we are centered perfectly. Listen to that. I don't think we are 100% pure though. But, well, this is nice. Let's do like the player. Let's do the play sound. Let's turn the menu music off. And let's do like the player movement sound. Let's turn that off as well. Yeah, whenever we get the transition, I think it's pretty much the same problem we had in the beginning. Well, today's live stream was pretty big, right? The beginning of today's live stream. And I think we can fix that by just making that per sample and not per tick. That's gonna be great. Maybe we don't need to do like a full stereo. Okay, I like that. So I think I'm gonna do this. Same thing we did for the volume at the beginning of today's stream. And do it like here. Like here. Let's see. I think we're better, but I don't think we are 100% though. Oh, it's because the player DP is all crazy. So yeah, so I think we can keep that here. And but I'm gonna change the sound to do the move towards. Move towards sound 10. I'm gonna move toward this guy at the speed of this case, let's say dt. I think we are perfect. Let me remove the display sound guy. No, we are not perfect. Let me again try doing that now once per sample. Then let's do like 1 divided by sound buffer samples per second. Perfect. Now let's do that a little bit here, like 5. Let's do 10. This is perfect! Perfect! Perfect, I say! Now let's go back to the game how it was. Like, let's get all these guys back and let's remove the draw rect. Let's remove this guy. Let's remove the test sound. And let's also remove the set volume to 0. So let's see if we got normal guy. Okay. Now there are a few sounds that we're going to make that source. So for the ball and the comet, I'm going to do that. So ball sound source x is going to be the address of balls i.p.x. Let's see if that's it. That's it. Same thing for the comet sound. Let's see if the ball is now stereo. It is. Great. Great. See how easy it is to use? Oh man. I really like this. Ah. Awesome. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, what else? The ball. Let's do the spring action. Spring sound. It's pretty much everything left. Let's do it when the blocks get destroyed. Destroyed. Here. Let's set all these guys this fireworks sound. But this is the thing. Some sounds, like the block, when that like block destroyed, like all these sounds, I technically can't set that to the block P because the block was destroyed. But I don't think we care. So I'm kind of a bad person for doing this. But fireworks, source X, we're going to do the block PX. Okay, and we should also do the other sound. And let's also add redirect sound. Let's see. Awesome. Let's do that to the spring. And the redirect. Let's do like Maybe I should make a helper function. See, this is where default arguments come into play, because the play, let's see, like this function, the play sound with variation, I think that can take a pointer. Yeah, play sound with variation. I'm gonna take a pointer to a source. Okay, I'm gonna do result source x equals source, and let's just fix these guys. The fireworks, same thing, and well, this guy has to do it by hand. Now, do wall hit. Let's do left, arena left. Well, we don't know if it's the, oh, we have the p, so p dot x. Oh, but this p is on a stack. Do wall hit effects. I'm going to take a pointer to a v2. Yeah. Okay, now same thing for this guy and this guy. This is the spring, right? This is the right. Okay, process ball when DP down when the ball gets destroyed. Let's do the ball px. Spawn triple shot balls. Well, the fireworks, we don't care. Maybe destroy neighbors. Okay, let me just make sure this fireworks. Yeah, it's when we spawn the ball, so we should be in the player P. The player P doesn't matter. Block destroyed. Yeah, this guy should be at the block P. Yeah, like this. Okay. Set. Okay. Put that in the wrong place. Player collision with ball. Shouldn't care. Shouldn't care. Oh yeah, actually gonna have it set to 0. 0, 0. Yeah, and this I'm gonna pass the address of the ball. I should really pass the address of the arena right. I think I'm gonna pass this guy and a separate like sound source. And this guy is gonna be a normal pointer. Oh, sound source. Okay. Sound source. Now this guy is going to be this guy. I'm going to pass the address of arena right. And this guy is going to be the address of arena left. Yeah. And the top one, I don't really care. Okay, Let's see how the game sounds. I'm gonna turn your volume a little bit up so you guys can make sure you have like a headset or some sort of a stereo system so you can clearly see if you are in the right direction. Okay, apparently we are inverted. That's weird. If we are less than the arena left, why did that sound inverted? Well, pretty sure that's inverted. Let me try just changing to see what it sounds like. No, that sounds inverted. Actually, I don't think anything changed. Let's go to the levels and the do all collision sound source. Pressing the sound source to every guy. It's kind of hard to hear with all that stuff. I'm gonna do a cheat and like I'm gonna tag the loaded sound as active, and I'm only going to set the spring to active. And then I'm going to do on the audio, like now we're showing how the spring. No, I think that's correct. Yeah, that sounds correct. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, let's put a little bit more. Maybe the spring should be mono. I got so unlucky with this guy. Okay. Ah. Okay, so when we lose a life, I also want to reset the ball. So the menu. Let's call this like reset balls sound. And in the levels, let's do reset ball sounds. Yeah, I think this is correct. And whenever we set like the ball to 0, maybe I should have just like a reset ball call. Yeah, reset balls. Yeah, whenever we lose a life, reset balls. In this case, this is start game and ball. That's it. So reset balls. So for every ball, if we do have a sound, I'm gonna set the volume for these guys. That sounds good. Reset balls. Okay. Let's play Pong. Oh crap. Now I'm super slow. Ugh. Should be almost done. Got strong blocks and I'm still slow. How much time? Oh my god. How much time do I keep slow? Slow. Player T. 5 seconds. That felt a lot longer than 5 seconds. Let's do Space Invaders. Oh my god, I had so much cool power-ups. Bro, that's a very bad power up. Okay. Now they're pretty fast already. Oh, they're super fast now. Wow! Well, that was weird. I mean, that was cool. But that's not playable too much. Well, let's fix that. Movement target. Instead of doing this, I'm going to decrease like 15% of this guy. We should have gotten less, like a lot less. Like, start out with this guy. I'm gonna do like, oh, because we are increasing them. No, we are decreasing. Minus. Okay. Minus. Yeah, maybe this was just too much. But that sounded, that looked pretty wrong. I don't know, man. Maybe we should just, well, and the movement target. We should also like start that pretty slowly now. Pretty slow. Ah. Oh crap. Okay, it's what's more playable now? I love it how the wall gives us like a little push of the ball and not just like reflects it. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was really lucky. Yeah, that was really unlucky. I think this is gonna be the hardest level in the game. Just because of the sheer number of blocks and their size and the time limit. I mean, I'm sorry if you're just watching me play the game for a long time, but come on, part of making a game is playing the game, right? And besides, the sounds are awesome. I think we got to a great feel of the game. Oh, okay. Last life. I think I may cheat just because I want to see the timing. They're starting to pick up speed. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. But I don't know, the speed is okay for now at least. It's just hard because it's hard. But it's not like, okay, last block. Let's see. Victory! Dude, I think the game is pretty much perfect, right? I mean, in terms of like the base. We built the base. We built a lot of stuff. Let's take this moment to appreciate what we've done. Because we did a lot. I mean, You can just congratulate. You can feel a little bit happy. Good job. Yeah, thanks, Rachel. I think now this is a moment just to feel a little bit happy. Because, I mean, how many? We've done like 14 episodes. This is the 14th episode. And we did the listener. And that's awesome. We added so many cool stuff in the game. I think every cool stuff we wanted to add, we added. And we still want to add more cool stuff. I mean, especially to make the arcade game ideas. But I think we are in a great point to start focusing on 100% on the game. I mean, we have been doing that for like since the beginning, but I'm talking about the kind of a stream we had today, where we will play the game and we had an idea, we implemented that, things like that. I think we're going to do that till the end. And well, maybe not in the end. The end, we're going to do like some cleanup and polish pass on the engine, things like that. But let's also add full screen to the engine. But for now, and let's also put the profiler like up here in terms of priority. Okay. Now, so that's it for this stream. Come on, that's a lot. Let me just go back to the YouTube page. You can access all streams on youtube.com/daresay. You can watch the whole thing from the very first line of code all the way to where we are now, with all sorts of cool gameplay stuff, animations and particles and sound and bitmaps. I don't know, whatever. We did a lot of stuff. So you can watch the whole thing on YouTube, and you can also download the game and the source code for free on itch.io. So if you can come here on dansaydan.itch.io, you can download the whole thing, play around with it, whatever you want. Hopefully learn a bit as well. We can update these pages now that we have sound. I don't know. Okay, and yeah, well, we can also play my other game, the game that I released for the PC and PS4. That'll be cool too. Okay, so thank you for watching this stream. Next stream, we're going to do more gameplay stuff. We're going to make the interface better, all sorts of crazy stuff, and also start doing more levels like Tetris, Frogger. Frogger is going to be pretty cool. Centipede, Snake. I have to think about Snake. Someone threw that on the chat today, but I'm not 100% clear how that would work. Tank, which the tanks are going to shoot you with power downs. That'll be cool. Donkey Kong, and for Donkey Kong, we're gonna need, and I think Space Invaders would be the last one. And for Donkey Kong, I think we'll need for Donkey Kong and for Hubert, we're going to need OBB collision. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Just going to comment this, like, make this the last level. I think that's it. So thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream as much as I did. The game is really coming awesomely along. I'm really excited. I have to hold myself not to program off stream, because I don't know, it's so much fun, and I really want to get along. Now that we are like in a final stretch, there's still a lot of stuff to do, but in terms of like seeing things iterating quickly, we're not in final stretch. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers.